Hello, everyone, and welcome to MHS Sports and MHTV. I'm Chris Connolly, along with Gordon Vincent, and today we're at Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field on the campus of Marblehead High School. As the #1 ranked Marblehead Magicians football team takes on the number 16 seed, the Norwood Mustangs, in the round of 16 in the MIAA Division III tournament. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports and MHTV. And stay tuned to the end of the game for the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Gordon, it looks like an interesting matchup, and I've heard it said by a number of people, including Coach Rudloff, that Norwood, while they're a 16 seed in this division, they're not treating them like that. They don't think they should be a 16. I think they're much better than that.
Yeah, you can't afford to anyway. This is a team that's 6-2. They've won 3 of their last 4. The only game that they've lost was 2 weeks ago to Ashland. They have a very good running game, a very strong running game behind 2 senior running backs, number 19, Brian Matire, and I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing this one, 22, Sabuda Dekal.
That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Ding,
huh?
ding, 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 ding.
So those are their 2 go-to guys. They have a relatively inexperienced line. They have 1 returning senior from last year, number 75, Sean Quinn, and their quarterback is a first-year starter, number 5, Joseph Steves.
I've heard that he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He manages things well. That's what I've heard.
When you have a running game, I mean, that's obviously what what Norwood's going to try and do tonight is try and maximize their possessions, run the clock down, keep Marblehead's offense on the field. We've seen teams try to do that with very limited success this year. But again, you don't know much about this team, so I'm sure that Marblehead has scouted it and will be ready tonight.
Captains are making their way out. For Norwood, it's Steves, Matare. Check it, not Steves. 22 is DeCall. 19 is Matare. 80, another one you mentioned, Sean
75 Quinn, yeah.
Sean Quinn. And 84, is that it? James?
He just ducked under.
And we've got Robertson, Mikulowski, Duty, and 59 for Marblehead. That's, I should know that one, A.J. Andriano. And the officials for tonight's game, in the white hat out there talking to the captains, is the referee, Stephen White. Head linesman is Rick Citrano. The umpire is Chris DeGangi. The back judge is Brian Daly, and the line judge is Stephen Pascatillion. It was close on that last one.
Looks like Marblehead won the toss and will receive, Chris.
So Marblehead, a little bit of a change in philosophy, maybe. Lots of times it started, I think everyone got the idea that it was a great idea to do that, to defer to get the ball in the second half. The Patriots did that all the time.
They do, but I think with Marblehead, you're comfortable with your offense on the field, probably more comfortable with your offense on the field than most teams, so you have no problem getting the ball. I do like the deferring if you can get that double possession at the end of the first half, and then you get the kickoff of the second half. That gives you a lot of momentum. But
yeah,
as I said, I like the idea of Marblehead taking the ball.
We'd like to invite both veterans and current military personnel to please stand now and be recognized.
A nice honor for veterans and military personnel to stand and be recognized.
Absolutely, Chris.
Just before the national anthem. We're getting a nice round of applause. Good home crowd, not much of a travel crowd tonight.
No, that's a long trip.
Yeah. And especially for a 7 o'clock start.
For the playing of our national anthem.
And now the national anthem. Well, the Norwood Mustangs come into tonight's contest out of the Tri-Valley League. And they've played Stoughton, Falmouth, Silver Lake, Medfield, Hopkinton, Holliston, Ashland, and Westwood to get to this game. They've lost only to Silver Lake and Ashland, 6-2 their mark. They've scored 232 points on the season and averaged 29 points a game while giving up almost 16 3/4. Marblehead 7-0 has scored 266 points in 7 games, averaging 38 points a game. They've allowed only 88, which is an average of 12.5. So we've seen Marblehead's terrific offensive output as the season has gone on. But tonight it's going to be, I think it's going to be a ball control game.
Well, that's what Norwood would obviously like to do. They'd like to keep the ball on the ground, matriculate it down 3-4 yards at a time, keep Marblehead's offense off the field, keep Robertson off the field, keep Percy off the field in particular. We did see him down there. He's after his ankle injury last week. He is dressed.
Short kick taken at about the 24-yard line and moved up to about the 38. We'll see where they spot it. 1st and 10 for Marblehead on the 38-yard line. Eddie Johns, the ball carrier. And they mark it at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Robertson, senior, 3-year starter at quarterback, has Connor Cronin next to him. 3 receivers to the far side, tight end near side. Handoff comes inside. Cronin, not much running room. Maybe got a yard, maybe 2. See where they spot it.
Norwood's got some size up front, and particularly number 9, who would be Brandon Francis. And of course Quinn, the 2-way starter, they're returning 2-way starter and a captain.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down, 8 from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw. Robertson in the pocket. Good protection. Now gets out of there. Now he's going to run. Cuts inside, avoids a man. He's got a big gain and more. Stays on his feet. And he gets across midfield and up to the 45-yard line. Looked like that play was going to fall apart on him, but it did not.
Well, the pocket collapsed, and there was just enough room to the right side. And this is the thing that Robertson has been able to do over the last 3 years, is take a broken play and turn it into a big gain with his legs. You'll see the gap right there that he is able to squeeze through. And now it's just shiftiness and skill. Makes a man miss.
24-yard gain. Robertson fakes the short pass to the sideline. Michalowski's there. Then the pass comes down the sideline. Duty out of bounds, uncatchable. And that goes incomplete. Clock stopped, 10:53 to go.
Yeah, that was really good.
Quarter.
Oh, excuse me, Chris, didn't mean to talk over you. That was really good coverage by Marblehead. They faked the short pass to Michalowski on the bubble screen, and then they looked deep, probably to Duty, but it was very well covered by Norwood.
Casey Sheehan, number 11 in the white shirt, will be covering to the near side. And Michalowski, the handoff comes inside, and oh no, it was Eddie Johns who got horse-collared.
No,
he didn't have the ball. It was Cronin.
He was croaked, but Cronin on the option to the left-hand side, big gain. Nice job by Robertson waiting for the end to commit. We've talked about that's how the option works, is you make the end commit.
That's where the decision-making of the quarterback comes in.
Right there.
And they get it down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 22 yards for number 22. Changing the play as they're at the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Plays come from the sidelines. 5 people over there giving signals. Handoff inside. And straight ahead, nice power running. Was that Johns?
Yep, it was Johns. Coming off his big game last week, continues the momentum. Another downhill runner.
Pick up 6 yards for Johns on the play.
A little bit of a high snap, but Johns, nice job there. A little sidestep to the right, and he drags three tacklers with him.
Strong, low to the ground, and powerful. He keeps pushing forward. He finds the hole and moves it. They're at the, the 16-yard line. Good escapability and a touchdown. Nice play by Robertson. He got out of there. He was under pressure, and he found the opening, got out of there, and then found a man in the end zone.
Again, it looks like another sack could be forthcoming as the pocket breaks down on the right-hand side, but Robertson does a nice job keeping the play alive with his feet. And sooner or later, you can't ask defensive backs to
cover forever.
Cover for that long, yeah. I think he had Johns in the flat, too, but
14,
yeah,
Keogh?
Keogh, yep.
Yeah, Shane Keogh.
Did a nice job keeping his route alive and finding an open spot.
17-yard touchdown. Feingold's kick is up and good. And with 9:25 to go in the first quarter, it's Marblehead 7, Norwood nothing.
So a very impressive opening drive for the Magicians right there. What is it, about 6 plays there? Here's the here's the touchdown.
3, 4, 5.
Snap
Exactly,
is,
6 plays.
Sorry, snap is good. Now he's got Johns over on the left, and watch Keogh. You can't see him at the top of the screen, but that extra time that Robertson bought scrambling around in the pocket allowed Keogh to get open. Perfect throw. Marblehead 7-0.
Yeah, you got to give credit on that play. Obviously, good protection for the quarterback, and then the quarterback's good escapability and keeping his head about him. Didn't immediately tuck it in and run, and he looked for a man. His receivers know that he does that, and so they continue to work, and that's exactly what Keogh did. 7-0, 9:25 to go first quarter, and kicking it off for Marblehead, number 34. That is Montorni.
McElroy usually does the kicking.
High, relatively deep, comes down at about the 14-yard line. Cutting to the outside and staying on his feet and getting up across the 25-yard line was number 24, Jack Whipple, sophomore. So Norwood has pretty good field position to start their possession. Their possession. They're at the 26-yard line.
I think this is a bigger team than the Danvers team we saw last week even.
Danvers was, they couldn't stay with Marlin.
No.
They did get worn down. I think that's what happened to them. They're a pretty good team, but they just got worn down. Quarterback is number 5, Joe Steves,
who also has some size.
He's got 2 backs beside him, and he's got receivers to the far side. Handoff inside, and it's pretty much what Coach Rudloff said he expected from them. A running game.
Yeah, win the game in between the tackles.
DeCall was the ball carrier.
Yeah. DeCall and Metier have been 3-year starters on both sides of the ball.
Same formation. Tight end to the near side. DeCall and Metier. Metier's got it down the sideline, 1 man to beat, and that man got him, and that was it Michalowski?
It was Michalowski, yeah. Good blocking up front. This is just a sweep to the right side. Good blocking up front.
And fast.
Yes, oh yeah, he hit the hole really fast. Really good blocking right there. Nice job by Michalowski. That thing is, he's still running.
They're at now a 1st and 10. We're at the 44-yard line. Penalty marker down. Looks like movement on the offensive line.
Yeah, and for a ball control team, you can't have pre-snap penalties like that.
Step off 5, back to the 40 out of the 39-yard line. First down and 15. This team has small numbers on the front of their jerseys as well.
Just like it seems to be a trend, doesn't it?
There's the lefty's throw. And a nice tackle by Galante. Pass was caught by Igor Reese.
This is just a throw out in the flat. Get your receiver to get a one-on-one, but Galante is, as he has all year, with short tackles, right around the ankles. Excuse me.
So they picked up 4 on the play. Second down, 11 at the 43-yard line. Mater gets the call, hits the hole, and there's not much there, but he picks up about 3.
Yeah, not much there. You can see the linebackers starting to creep up a little bit.
It's interesting to see as the games go on, the good teams are able to adjust to what their opponents, and at this stage of the game, at this stage of the season, your opponents are going to be good teams. You've got to adjust to what they're doing, and it may look like one team or the other is having great offense, but after a while, a good defense adjusts. Sprint to the near side by the quarterback, pump fake down into coverage, and there were 3 black jerseys there. Pass was intended along the sideline for number 15, and that is Ryan Flynn. And it goes incomplete.
Yeah, Galante on the coverage again with some help from Michalowski and Cronin that time. Here's just a roll out to the left-hand side. Another left-handed quarterback, Chris.
Yeah. Cronin and Michalowski were out there behind the play, but Galante was in the main coverage.
Well covered. Yeah.
Punting situation. Good snap. A little slow getting the kickoff and a horrible punt. It bounces at the Marblehead 40 and rolls out at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, that could be an issue tonight, Chris.
Actually, the 34-yard line.
The snap wasn't very good. The transition tip from the punter wasn't very good, and the kick never got more than about 12 feet off the ground.
Yeah, it was just a mess. I was going to say it was I was trying to come up with a very articulate and urbane description.
I think your description worked fine.
1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. Handoff inside to Johns. Johns struggling, pushing and pulling and getting a couple of yards where there were very few there.
And falling forward for a couple more.
Yep. So Johns is becoming more and more prevalent in the offense.
Yeah, it seems like they're
2 TDs last week.
Percy has not been in the game yet, either on offense or defense yet.
So a gain of about 3 on the play, 2nd and 7.
Draw play. Yeah.
Did not work.
Nope.
So a loss on the play. Of 3 yards.
Yeah, here's the draw. It's just blown up by 3 or 4 Norwood players.
And they're back to the original line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line. 3rd down, 10. Maybe a little bit further. 3rd and 10 is what I figure. Robertson looking, passing, has a man wide open. 1st down, Cronin in the open field and breaks forward for a big 1st down.
So Cronin just runs right down the hash mark, gets in between the over the linebackers and in front of the safety, finds a seam, and Robertson just hits him right in stride right there.
26-yard gain.
Chunky plays tonight, Chris. I think that's our 3rd one of more than 20.
Yep. Duty's in the slot to the far side. Galante is, or I think it's, no, maybe it's Michalowski. It is Michalowski to the near side. Cronin sheds a tackler, sheds another one, then falls forward for a loss. And
yeah, this Norwood team seems very stout against the run.
I was just thinking exactly the same thing. A loss of 2 on the play. And it's 2nd down and 12. Let's see, a little bit more than 2, almost 3. So we'll call it 3. 2nd and 12 and a half. High snap, but handled well. Cronin gets the call, looking for a room, looking for a hole, and he gets back to past the original line of scrimmage, but just slightly, back up to about the 40.
His team is short tackle. I think that was Mateer right here. Mateer.
And they tackle hard. I mean,
they do.
They put the kids down. I mean, they don't. Clock is at 3:39 and rolling. First quarter, 7-0 Marblehead. Third down and 9 at the 39-yard line. 4 receivers in the formation. Blitz coming. Robertson evades it. Now he's caught and now he's dropped. He gets back close to the line of scrimmage, but he's still going to lose yardage on the play.
Yeah, this is one of the things you can do instead of dropping back in coverage as they've been doing, is send another blitzer. You can't account for him. You'll see him from the top, from the middle of the formation right here, and they just don't have enough people to block for him. It's
inside again, left linebacker.
Yeah, and as you said, good short tackle again.
Marblehead's going for it. 4th down and 11. Bold. Looking down the field, has a man, and threw it behind the intended receiver. The ball was intended for Liam McElroy, and it goes incomplete, and that's where they'll turn it over on downs. I'm kind of surprised they didn't punt.
Now showing enormous confidence in the defense. You see McElroy is open right here. Again, he finds the seam that Cronin found, and it's a pretty good, well, it's behind him, but.
It's at the 41-yard line. Clock is stopped at 2:46, 7-0 Marblehead. Norwood's second possession. 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Handoff comes to the nearest. Nice tackle by Michalowski as he dropped the call.
Good blocking up on the seal on the left-hand side. Still a little surprised by the 4th and 11 there, Chris. Yeah.
2nd down, 3 at the 47-yard line. Wait a minute.
48.
48-yard
yeah, that's
line.
all right.
That's all right. I knew the numbers weren't right when I said them. Just trying to figure out where I was wrong. Back to pass, looking. Steves throws it, has a man, and he overshoots his intended receiver out there. I think that was Casey Sheehan. Is it 11?
44.
I'm close.
Justin Shekel. Scale.
Good protection, though. Not much pressure.
It really was, yeah. But I don't think this quarterback is going to, again, as we talked about with Danvers last week, I don't think this is the type of quarterback, thank you, that's going to beat you down the field with a lot of long throws.
Strong to the near side. Handoff Mateer. And he's close to a first down, but not there. They're going to mark it just across the 50-yard line, and they needed to get to about the 40, inside the 49.
Yeah, I think you go for it here again. Oh, no, they're going to give it to him. Oh, my. Oh, for crying out loud.
And now they put...
No, but they moved the chains already. Oh, that was short by at least a half yard, Chris.
Oh, yeah. I think more like a full yard because it was across the 49-yard line. And they were not quite to the 49-yard line, so it's about a yard.
But now they've picked up the chains.
And they're putting the chains back to just about the right spot anyway. The important thing is that it's 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to go for it anyway, so I don't think there's any question about that. Excuse me.
At midfield. First down. Ball carried that time by DeCall.
Yeah, it looks like when Norwood needs a yard or two, they go right over that. That right side of the line is considerably bigger than Marblehead's left side of the defense.
They're at the 47-yard line, and they get a good push, and they have good, strong guys in there. We're inside of 45 seconds now to go in the first quarter. It's 1st and 10 at the Marblehead 47-yard line. Joe Steves, quarterback. DeCall gets the ball, off tackle to the right side, shakes a tackle, twists and turns, stays on his feet, puts a hand down that got him going.
Nice second effort. Cronin had him almost down to the turf, but he kept his legs moving, kept going forward.
And that should do it for the first quarter. It's at the 40-yard line. Gain of 7. And at the end of the first quarter, with the score Marblehead 7 and Norwood nothing, we'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. And welcome back. Second quarter just about to get underway. Marblehead leads at 7-0, but Norwood is on their second possession into Marblehead territory at the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Having a strong running game. Oh, nice play at the line of scrimmage. And that was made possible by Sam Anisi. Dropped him.
Yeah, different formation here. 4 wide receivers for Norwood. Instead of the 7-man line that they've had. And yes, a really nice tackle, Chris.
Was it Anisi? Anisi was.
I think it might have been Campbell.
And Campbell, was Anisi on him? Don't say no.
He might have been. Sure, why not?
52. I thought it was 54. I think as the game goes on, my eyes are deteriorating.
You're doing fine.
11:16 to go, second quarter. 7-0 Marblehead, but 3rd down and short here.
Yep.
And that's a 1st down. You can see how just one missed tackle or one extra good move, and these guys could be gone.
This Mateer hits, he gets the ball, and 2 steps later, he's at full speed.
Nice again, Michalowski.
Michalowski's made 3 or 4 real tackles that have saved long gains.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A nice gain by Mateer that time. Yeah.
I think that play was going to the right, Chris.
I think so. So a 5-yard penalty, and that's that derailed a pre-snap penalty derailed their last drive.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 1st and 15, all the way back to the 38-yard line. And it makes the job more difficult. Looking to throw. Steves wants to air it out, throws it down the field, and almost intercepted. Cronin nearly pulled it in, but he had to twist around to try and grab that one.
Yeah, Cronin with obviously the best. It's had the best chance to catch it. It's a good throw, though.
It is.
It's a really good throw. Yep, really good protection. Better coverage, and the wide receiver becomes a defensive back at that point.
Cronin was in the perfect position for that throw.
And you can see they're double covering these big wide receivers.
Receiver wide and receiver to the near side. And Mater gets the call down the sideline, and he's tripped up and dropped short of the first down.
I think Cronin just got him by the shoe tops. It's hard to see all the way over on the side of the field, but once again, 2 steps and he's at full speed.
Big gain for Mater.
I think Cronin comes up and gets him right here. Unless he trips.
The line. Third down and about 4 at the 27-yard line, and just what they needed.
Now, I think the timing of the play for the offense was thrown off by the snap. The snap was just a little bit high and wide, and good penetration this time by Marblehead.
Back to the 30-yard line.
Yep, here's the snap. It's a little bit high and outside.
Charlie Pingree into the tackle for Marblehead. Marblehead's defensive front is playing a really good game, and they're smaller, it looks like, at every position. Loss of 4 on that last play, 4th and 7. Ball's at the 30. Looking to throw. Good protection. Now it breaks down. Now he's sacked. Finally, the whistle blows, and they bring him down. Oh, no. They were in the...
And there's another one, too.
You know, you can't stop a tackle in progress like that. I mean, it wasn't as if they put an extra hit on the guy.
I wonder what the second one is.
Let's take a look at it again now.
Okay.
They got him wrapped up. The whistle should have blown right then. It didn't. It blew when they were about to bring him onto the ground.
Dead ball, right? Dead ball, right? Here we go, offense.
So what did...
Offsetting penalties, they play the play again.
So what did they decide to do here? I missed it. I was watching the replay.
They're moving the chains, but they do that all the time.
So is this going to be a first down? Marblehead's offense is on the field. At least Robertson's
gets
on
the
the field.
ball.
So if they were offsetting penalties and...
So it goes as a turnover on downs, I assume. Marblehead gets the ball 1st and 10 in great field position at the 44-yard line.
Well, they still haven't moved it. Now they're moving the chains.
Yeah. Sean Steves, number 3.
Now what are we doing? I think that's where they're saying he was forward progress was stopped.
Let's take a look. Can we take a look at that one again, Steve? Take a look at this and see if we get, well, they're pretty much to the line of scrimmage, so. There it is. Now, where's his forward progress stopped? He spreads out. It should have,
right around there.
That's not a bad one.
It's not a bad spot.
So the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for Marblehead. Coming in motion is Cronin. Handoff comes to Johns. Johns can't get out of the backfield before he's dropped. Number 42 made the tackle. Blake Luciano.
That play took just a lot of time to develop. And I think John stumbled a little bit as soon as he gets the ball.
So a loss of a yard on the play.
He's stumbling here, and he's just trying to make the best he can out of it.
Four receivers in the formation, 4 down linemen. No linebackers coming. Nice air out pass, and a good catch, and a touchdown. Drew Anisi. Do we see any flags, Gordon?
I don't see any flags.
A team that can both run and pass is tough to beat.
This is just a fly pattern. It's a post right down the middle. And watch the ball.
I thought he overthrew it, but
I thought he did too.
Denisi ran under it, caught up to him. Hell of a play.
Just a half step on the defender too. I mean, most of what we talked about with Anisi has been defense and special teams, but comes up with a big play on offense, 61-yard hookup.
Amazing.
And that's demoralizing for Norwood too. You have a pretty good drive. You're making some first downs. You're getting the ball down the field. You're doing what you want to do. You have that pre-snap penalty, which messes up your entire cadence. You turn the ball over on downs, and then 2 plays later, Marblehead hits you with a 61-yard pass. And instead of a 1-score game, now you're down 2. What a great catch, too.
You know, it's that 5-yard penalty.
The pre-snap penalties kill you when you're a ball control team.
It really played a role in the fact that they turned over the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, 4th and 15 is, first and 15 is so much different than 1st and 10. You don't have as many plays at your disposal. You have to be very more selective. What did we just miss?
It wasn't split the pot, was it?
No, it wasn't. You lost again, Chris.
Yeah, well, it's a tradition. I kind of don't want to win anymore.
Over Westboro. Okay.
The cheer was for the girls soccer team. They're ahead 1-0 at halftime over Westboro. Let's hope that one holds.
Torney to kick, a good strong kick. Down to the 10-yard line, taken there. A real channel up the sideline. One man to beat, he could go. It's going to be Johns or nobody.
Galante might get him here.
Oh, he tripped him.
Yeah, he did. That's what they're talking to the officials about now.
When all else fails. It looked like he got him with his...
It did. I mean, we're so far away. It's hard to tell, but...
Wow.
That's a 3-yard line. Look at this right here. Once he breaks the tackle here and here, he's got a lot of room in front of him. Look at the speed Galante has here.
And a good angle.
Yeah, really good angle. What are we looking at? Oh, Marblehead called timeout.
So did they get half the distance?
I don't know.
I
didn't see a flag either. He kept him out of the end zone, right?
Wow. Took it at the 10 and brought it down to the 4. Yikes. 86 yards.
You know, DeCall is the player that's put up most of the stats this year for them, but this Matire, number 19, he's been their most impressive player so far.
Was that Matire?
Yeah.
Wow. 19 on 19. Well, he landed on about the 3, and
he bounced. Yeah. Well, that's where the ball is, I think, Chris.
Is it at the 3?
Yeah,
it is at the 3. I thought it was the 4. Okay. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Marblehead has a timeout here with 7:27 to go in the first half and a 14-0 lead. But great running backs. You have to keep an eye on them the whole game. They're going to get loose. They're going to make some plays. That's what Coach Rudloff said before the game, that you just have to limit the number of great plays that you allow them to make. 1st and goal from the 3. Handoff inside, stacked up and dropped at about the 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Who was the tackle on that? That was Anisi again. Caves in the right side of the line, and there's not a lot there.
Terry gets the ball. Second down goal and close to the end zone, and the linesman says a touchdown.
Looked like the initial hit was behind the line of scrimmage, but he kept moving forward.
2-yard rushing touchdown. For Norwood, now 22. Supposed to call on the carry.
22 gains 2 and gets a TD with 6:52 to go. A 2-play drive. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Kick is really good.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on that. And here's the touchdown again. Looks like the initial contact is behind the line of scrimmage, and he just falls forward, or at the line of scrimmage, and
Pushes
he falls
it
forward. Yeah.
So, with 6:52 to go in the first half, it's now 14-7. That great kickoff return by Mater.
I think you're right, Chris. This is not a 16 seed.
No, they're big and they're strong and they're
They're
fast.
fast.
And they don't do everything.
No.
They don't have they so far haven't shown a long passing game.
And
they've got great running backs and great blocking and good defense.
And the defensive pass coverage seems to be a little bit lacking. That's the two places they're weak, but they're strong up front. They run the ball well. They've got a pretty good pass rush. Short tackling.
So Cronin is to the near side and Galante to the far side as the deep backs. 19 is Galante, 22 is Cronin. Set for the kick, and the kick is short, and it'll be taken at about the 17-yard line. Sprinting to the outside, nice return.
Yeah, that's McElroy. Got a nice head of steam there.
Liam McElroy returns to about the, looks like the 27, 28, the 26.
That's a nice return, number 33, Liam McElroy.
6:46 to go. McElroy brings it up to the 46, and that's where Marblehead will start this possession, leading it by a touchdown and an extra point. Keogh and Duty to the near side. Cronin out to the far side with another receiver. John's in the backfield. We haven't seen George Percy yet. Here comes Cronin. Keeper by the quarterback, and a nice gain by Josh Robertson. That part of his game is, you can really see the improvement that he's made in his running ability from his sophomore year to his senior year.
Well, he's bigger too. I mean, bigger, stronger, better arm, and the experience. And I mean, we've talked about that all season. Is how much his experience lends him to being a good quarterback. There's nothing he hasn't seen at this point.
2nd down and 5, just across the 40-yard line. Cronin comes in motion to the near side. Play action fake, pass quickly on a slant. A little bit off target.
I get tipped at the line.
I don't know.
I thought I saw. I don't know. I thought I saw the ball change trajectory a little bit.
Intended for Galante, I believe, or was it Mikulowski? I've been getting those guys mixed up for years.
Well, 18 and 19, it's pretty close.
Yeah. So it goes incomplete.
3rd down and 5. That was a first down, and probably a whole lot more if he catches it.
Cronin is in the slot to the near side. Now he comes back to the hash mark. There goes Cronin looking long on the sideline. Underneath has got it! Big play, a chunk play, as you say, Gordon.
And I think these plays are going to be there all game. I mean, you've got Cronin, one of the best running backs in the Northeastern Conference. You've got him in a slot. He just runs down the sideline. Robertson puts the ball up where he can catch it. He's got to step on his defender. Double coverage. The throw's perfect. Right in stride.
That play started at the 46, I believe.
And down inside the 25.
Yeah, at the 24-yard line, and the Johns is the ball carrier.
Yeah, nice big hole that time.
Pick up a 4 by Eddie Johns. Cronin and Keogh to the near side with Duty in the slot. John split by himself. Oh no, he's got Mikulowski out there. So 5 receivers in the formation.
Probably going to be a pass, Chris.
Better get rid of it. Penalty marker down as a Marblehead player is injured. Nice play and a first down by Robertson.
I think that's going to be a hold. Fitzgerald's the player who's hurt. I'm not sure with a
Fitzgerald, 77. Ned Fitzgerald. Look, he got up and he's looking to stay in the game. Let's see. We see a hold.
I don't think the hold is on Fitzgerald.
So Cronin got all the way down. I mean, Robertson.
Yeah, he had a first down. No, it's on the spot of the foul too. So
Yeah.
this
This
is
is back to the 40-yard line.
that's a huge penalty.
Second down and more than 20. 26, 25, 26 we'll say. Second and 26 at the 40. So John's in the backfield with Robertson. There goes Cronin into the formation. Long pass down the sideline. No one there. Could it be intercepted?
Yep.
It is in the end zone.
It's interesting to see what this call is going to be. They're calling it a touchback.
He caught it.
I think
Did his
his momentum take him into the end zone. That's I think what the
decision is.
yeah. And there was obviously somebody broke off their route. It's a corner route right here, and somebody broke off the route. Oh, that's a long way to get into the end zone.
Two big steps. That's the call. So on the touchback, it becomes 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for Norwood. 4:32 to go. First half. Steves gives it off. DeCall is met and dropped. Is that Percy?
Yep. Yeah, he just blew through the line untouched and destroyed the ball carrier.
Loss of a yard.
Yeah, watch him. He's the middle linebacker, inside linebacker, untouched.
Nice strong move by Percy. Second and 11 from the 19. Coming to the near side, and the hole gets bunched up very quickly with black jerseys. Gain of about 3.
It looks like Marblehead's already made one of those adjustments you were talking about. Instead of allowing the running back to bounce it outside, he has to come inside the tackle, where there's a lot more at the end, and there's a lot more help inside there.
Yeah. It's you got to see what your opponent is doing, and then
adjust to it, and
adjust
yeah.
it, yeah.
Like I said, I don't think this is a type of team that's going to hit a lot of 30, 40-yard passes.
Single coverage on the far side. Galante on their big receiver. Over the middle, double covered by Cronin, and gets the pass into the. Throws it away, basically.
Yeah, and Easy on the hot pursuit right there.
Anisi had a good pressure that time.
Yep, and that whole series was set up by the first down play, the tackle by Percy. It's a big stop from Marblehead right there.
Really big. Another bad punt.
Oh, this one's high at least. Get away from it.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
That was a really smart play by Andy Palmer by getting out of bounds. So even if the ball hits him, it's dead.
So they go back to about where their last play from scrimmage was after that long penalty, which was the 40. Now they're at the 41.
But with a 1st and 10 this time.
Exactly. Instead of a
2nd and 26.
Oh, it was enormous.
Now what are we doing? Norwood taking a timeout. So this is a bit of a struggle tonight, Chris.
Well, it's a good game.
It is a good game. It is a good team.
I mean,
of the 3 teams we've seen this year, this is the best that we've seen, the best opponent.
Yep.
I mean, they come from a pretty good league. I mean, Holliston and Westwood have a long history. Of course, Norwood, if you have any sense.
Let's talk about the brackets. The bracket that.
Okay. Oh, there it is. All right, it's up.
It's up there. Oh,
Yep.
there it is.
So And again, it's not records this year. It's power rankings. And again, we talked about this last week that it's very complicated. It has to do with your
It's
opponent's
subjective, too.
winning percentage. It's not subjective at all. That's the thing. It is completely math oriented.
Oh,
It's you get points for defeating teams in a division higher than you. If your opponents keep winning, you get more opponent points. It's just really complicated, and it doesn't make sense why a 7-0 team would make a 6-2 team, meet a 6-2 team. But it all comes down to the math. And then next week you see it would have.
I don't like that.
Well, I mean, it was. There are probably weaker teams that have higher seeds.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like it to be more subjective.
We could do that.
But it's interesting to note, this is the first week of the playoffs. It's going to be interesting to see
How many upsets there are, how many high seeds get knocked
exactly
off. Yeah.
how it works out. Mikulowski to the far side, Keogh to the near side, Cronin and Johns next to, that's Johns. Johns, nice move. Moves forward, gets across the 35-yard line. Nice strong run by Eddie Johns.
Now, and he hit did a nice job of knowing when to turn it up. Nice block by Cronin right there on the edge.
Cronin
Get the block on the edge here. Yep. And nice job right there knowing when to turn it up and knowing when to go forward.
So a gain of 6.
And just a quick pass in the flat to Cronin.
Gain of let's see where they're going to spot it.
Good short tackle right there by the cornerback, number 3.
Pickup of about 2. 3rd down and 2 at the 33-yard line. Robertson on the keeper, right up the middle. Big gain.
He's so shifty, but a nice hole right in the middle that he was able to run through. This is obviously something that's a design play. It's not a quarterback draw, it's just a quarterback keep. He gets a shotgun snap, and look at the hole he's got in the middle. Great block right there, and I can't see who it was.
Down to the 10-yard line. Big gain by Robertson.
I want to say it was the center, but
Johns gets the call, and he stood up at the line of scrimmage and dropped. See where they spot it.
yeah, I don't think he got anything. So they must have been right inside the 10 because this is a goal to go.
2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line. Inside of a minute to go here in the second quarter. Empty backfield with Josh Robertson. Takes a snap, looks to the end zone, looks. Now he takes off. He passes it down low, and his man is down to about the 5. The completion.
Yeah, really good coverage. Marblehead going to take a timeout here. Really good coverage there by Norwood. Robertson flush to the right. And the spaces are so tight in here once you get down inside the 10-yard line that it's tough to get receivers to get open. Everybody's covered. Nice job by Robertson of zipping the ball in there so they can pick up something positive.
3rd down, goal at the 7 or the 6. Looks like the 7 from this angle, but it might be slightly off. Looks like the nose of the football is right around the 6-yard line.
Yeah, and they have 1 timeout left, so you can run any play. Well, there's 39 seconds left, so you can run anything anyway. But interesting to see what the distance is if they don't get it here, if they go for a field goal.
I don't know.
I think you want to put points on the board here. There's a huge difference between 17-7 and 14-7. Yeah, that's right, and Norwood gets the ball to start the second half. Should have deferred, Chris.
Oh. Now you tell me.
Yeah.
39.4 to halftime, and you tell me I made a mistake.
Well, they scored on their opening drive, so it's hard.
I wouldn't be surprised to see
quarterback draw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Spread formation. Robertson with the ball, coming to the near side. He's a right-handed thrower, and it's a hard way to throw it, and he's down at about the 7-yard line. Looks like a loss of a yard.
Yeah, again, really good coverage here. Like I said, the space gets so tight when you're down here inside the 10-yard line that it's difficult for guys to get open, and when they are open, the pass protection breaks down after a certain period of time. And it's rolling to the left here, so he's throwing it against his body. But look at the coverage. The coverage is really good.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go.
Now what do we have here? Oh, okay, they're going to take a timeout and go for the field goal with 4 seconds left.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Unless they go, I mean, if it's either way, it's going to be the last play of the half. They're not going to leave any time on the clock for Norwood.
Elliot Plus into the huddle. That looks like he's going to be in the ball game. I don't see 29 in that huddle.
Feingold would be in the mix somewhere. I don't even see him.
He could be behind his large group of players. Robertson is still in that huddle. Lot to talk about apparently on the sideline. And I don't think they're going to kick a field goal. I think they're going to go for it. I think they're going to go for the touchdown.
You gotta get
Let's
going
see,
here.
well, there is
I don't
29?
see the kicker. No, I do see the kicker on the
There he is.
field. Yep.
And Duty's there too. And
Yep, so he's
they
a
are going
holder.
to kick the field goal.
Yep. So this is a 25-yard attempt from the left hash.
Possibly a fake if they talked about it that long. I don't know.
You might be prescient again.
4.6. Kick is up, and the kick is, I don't know.
Short, and he can run it back.
And he is running it back
Wow.
down the sidelines, and he gets run out of bounds, and that's the end of the first half. So the kick was no good, and it remains 14-7 Marblehead. They would like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. We'll be back with the second half right after this. Second half just about to get underway. An exciting conclusion to the first half. It's 14-7. Marblehead leads it over Norwood, a strong and talented team. But Marblehead so far has missed a couple of opportunities. But let's take a look at the scores that did happen. Marblehead gets on the board first in the first quarter, first possession.
So this is, the first possession. They came right down the field, 6 plays, right off the opening kickoff.
A 17-yard touchdown. Keogh makes the catch, Robertson the throw.
And here's the real deep one, the 61-yarder to Anisi, who beats his man.
And both of us thought that pass was overthrown.
I
Was going to be overthrown.
was really surprised he ran it down.
It wasn't. And so then 14-0, and then plowing into the end zone. I think it was what is his name? DeCall. DeCall gets the touchdown. They get an extra point, and it's 14-7. Marblehead tried to kick a field goal near the end of the first half. The field goal attempt was short, and it was run back along the sideline. Exciting play. It didn't get across midfield, I think, thereabouts.
It wasn't going to go for a touchdown. Unlike the kickoff return, which set up their touchdown, that was a, except for the punting, Norwood's special teams has been impressive. The punting has been abysmal, but
it's one of those parts of the football game that if you don't have that skill and the other team can force you into a position where you have bad plays because you don't have that skill, it can really make a big difference.
Well, I think it was Marblehead didn't score on the drive. I think it was the drive right before the end of the half. They started at their own 40 because the punt was a pop-up, and then the other punt that they had was a line drive that just sort of hooked and went out of bounds. I don't think the punts together traveled 40 yards. I think if you're Norwood, I think you feel pretty good about yourself right now because you're only down by 1 score. You have the ball in the third quarter. You've been moving the ball a little bit. You've been doing enough to move the chains. You're shortening the game. This is what you're trying to do. And if they score here, obviously it could be a tie ball game in the second half, and that's where I think Norwood would want to be.
So Marblehead won the toss to start the game, and they took the football and took a lead at that point, and now they're reacting to the great running plays that Norwood has put up, and this one is...
That's another good kickoff return.
Yep, across midfield, or just about at midfield. Brian Mateer. Great return. So Norwood takes over, great field position at the 50-yard line. A very, not only a talented runner, but a cagey runner. He looked at where the, where the defenders were coming at him, and he just went right around them.
Yeah, he doesn't go down on the first contact either.
1st and 10. Steves in the shotgun. Hands off to Mateer. Mateer gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and dropped back. A couple of black jerseys there on him.
Fitzgerald was in on that one. And Easy, I think I see coming up from the pile.
77 is Ned Fitzgerald.
Has had a very solid year on both sides of the ball. They put a lot of pressure on him to play 2 very important positions on the offensive line and the defensive line, and he's come through. He's been one of their consistent, solid players this year.
And the lines never get enough credit.
No, they do not.
And especially
by the announcers.
Especially when they're outstanding the way they've been. End up coming, good blocking, and cut down is DeCall. Mikulowski making the tackle. Short of the first down.
So they run to the left this time. Pick up about 6 or 7. And this is not a big back, but he's powerful, and when he runs right over the tackler.
He's a good runner,
even
though he's not a big, powerful guy. He's a very good runner.
He's not, and he's not their speed guy. Obviously, 19 is their speed guy, but he lowers his shoulders and forward momentum.
3rd and 3 from the 43. Not a first down.
Cronin coming in from the edge, gets him high, gets him low. I don't see who got him high, but might have been Pacheco. That's no gain. Watch the replay. Watch
So
Cronin come from the
at
right
the
side.
43.
Yeah, I don't think he got anything. Yeah, Cronin gets him high. I think
Well, he did.
Pacheco gets him high, right?
Yep. So it's at the 42-yard line. They gave him a yard. 4th down, and the Mustangs are going for it. They've got a man on the wing here to the near side. They've got 2 receivers in the formation and 2 backs next to Steve. Steve gets it, gives it to Mater. Mater strings it out, far side, and he's not going to get there.
Cronin again.
Cronin, and help from Fitzgerald.
He gets past Fitzgerald. He gets past the initial tacklers, but Cronin, did Cronin come all the way over from the right-hand side for that?
Let's see.
No, he was on the left of the formation.
So a turnover on downs in a very big series. Because a great return, good field position for Norwood, but then 3 and out, 4 and out.
Now what do we have?
The scoreboard went out momentarily.
Okay. And when it
It's
came
back
back
on.
on, Marblehead was ahead 44-7 instead of 14-7.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
So 1st and 10 for Marblehead at the 42-yard line. Here comes Cronin, waiting his turn, and gets a 1st down. Nice run by Connor Cronin. Just like his heads-up play on the defensively.
What do we have? Do we have a penalty here? So this goes down as a pass, and you watch Cronin here. So now it's kind of strung out, and then he just turns it up right there, and he hits full speed. What's the, something happened, penalty on Marblehead. Personal foul? Now I saw one of the Norwood players.
I never saw the flag.
I never saw the flag either because it was down right in front of the Marblehead bench. One of the Norwood players was down in the Marblehead sideline, and he came back out, and he was saying something to the officials. So it might have been a late hit.
If there was no flag, maybe they didn't see it. If they didn't see it, how can they call it?
Well, but there might have been, what I'm saying is, Chris, there might have been a flag right in front of the Marblehead bench that we didn't see. Now this is
inconceivable.
I know, we see everything. So this is like, it looks like a spot of the foul. Oh boy.
So another.
That's going to put him back inside the 30. Oh, at the 31. Wow.
So down to the 31-yard line, a big loss after a big gain.
I didn't see a flag, but I did see a Norwood player that was down here on the sidelines.
1st and 22. There goes a pass. And he got tripped up by a defender, and that's cost him a step.
Right at the 50-yard line. Yeah, I think it's incidental contact.
I do too.
But yeah, he got tangled up with a defender right at midfield. And if he doesn't right there, you can
just
yeah.
missed it.
Yeah.
He laid out for it, but couldn't catch up to it.
If he catches that, it's a touchdown.
2nd down, 24 from the 31-yard line. Johns in the backfield with Robertson. Mikulowski in motion. Down the sideline goes Duty. Duty comes back to the quarterback. There's the throw. It's going to be out of bounds. Nice play by the wide receiver, but
Robertson asking for a late hit on Norwood. Nothing going on there. Rudloff wants to know too. Not happy with the answer that he just got.
Excuse me. The umpire there is Stephen White. He was shaking his head towards Rudloff like no. Timeout taken by Marblehead. Or was it Norwood?
It was Norwood.
Norwood, yeah. It was Norwood at 9:10 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 14-7. Marblehead in a deep hole right here, 3rd down and 24 to go. They've had a number of plays, maybe 4 or 5, where they've picked up more than that. and got out of holes before. And so a timeout here, they get to talk a little bit about it and decide what they're going to do. I'm pretty sure they're going to look for the pass. Duty's been pretty quiet.
You're going to go out on a limb and 30 and 25. They're going to go for a pass.
Stake my reputation,
all right, that's
such
fine.
as it is.
All right. If you want to be bold like that.
3rd and 24, I think they're going to pass. Wow.
But the long pass has been there. I mean, it's the last couple haven't connected, but receivers have been open, and there's been incidental contact. And
well, as you pointed out, that's Norwood's a very strong team, a lot of talent, but they do have a couple of holes or soft spots, let's say, and the defensive secondary has been one of them.
Yep.
So 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. John's in the backfield with Robertson. Robertson signaling his receivers. Okay. Keogh to the far side. Robertson, good protection, looking over the middle. Oh, he's got a hand on a jersey. It was pulling him, but he gets the first down.
Oh.
Duty.
What a great catch by Duty. The defender is draped all over him. As you said, Chris, it could have been a defensive holding argument there.
When you see the guy's hand stretching his jersey away, you know there's a hold.
So,
it's
a great catch. Great adjustment by Duty.
Down to the 40-yard line. Here comes the pass again on the little pitch to Cronin.
And he makes 7 yards out of it. Didn't look like there was anything there.
And they move it down to, let's see where they spot it, at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, here's just a little shovel right here. Good block right there by, did Johns get a good block? But Cronin just keeps going, churning and falling forward.
Play action fake. Robertson with the ball straight up the middle, and he gets wrapped up and dropped. Ran into Nahum Perry Huggins.
Looked like the timing of that play was just off a little bit. Snap was good. It just looked like it.
At the 33-yard line, 3rd down and 3, clock rolling, 7:45 to go, 3rd quarter. 7-point Marblehead lead. Robertson in the gun, looking, throwing, man open. That's Michalowski. Michalowski isn't up for the first down. He's inside the 25-yard line. Before he's wrapped up and finally dropped there by Justin Sekel.
Such a smart player, really, knowing where the sticks are. Right there, knows where the first down marker is. Cuts it inside a little bit, picks up 5 or 6 more yards.
Michalowski, is that
Michalowski, yeah.
Michalowski, yeah. He's split to the near side, about inside the numbers. Has single coverage, a lot of room down the field. Handoff comes to Cronin. Cronin powers forward, gets it down inside the 20.
Yeah, oh my. Percy just sent a guy into 5 yards down the field.
2nd down, 5. Inside the 20. Cronin gets down to about the 15. And it's right on the 15-yard line. So it's important to note that number 1 now is in the backfield.
Yeah, this is the first action he's seen in the backfield, first significant action. He's been used as a blocker so far. There he goes. Well, when you need 3 or 4 yards.
He gives you 6.
I think they're trying to, I don't know how his ankle is from last week, but they're obviously trying to limit the number of snaps that he has.
Injured Norwood player on the field.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, just in the pileup. But we see Percy, 3rd and 2. This is a perfect situation for him because he's just a bull and he goes forward, and he's not going to go down on the first contact.
He might have run over this player. I'm serious.
Really?
He was in on the initial hit.
I wouldn't want to tackle him.
Let's see.
What's the momentum he gets? You might be right.
He-
I know
he-
it was on the right. Yeah,
He's right there.
yeah. Was it? Did Percy come in contact with him? I didn't
Not
see it.
positive.
No.
I'd like to give him credit for it, but
No.
because he's such a strong. That's an example of.
This is a cramp though. The way they're stretching him out.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. So it's a 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Right at the 10-yard line. This is the second time they've had a goal to go right at the 10-yard line.
It's a quirky game.
Tackle number 52. And Perry Huggins.
Perry Huggins was the injured player. He makes it off the field under his own power. Didn't look like he was limping or
No,
anything.
I think it's just the way they were stretching out his leg. It was would indicate to me it was a cramp.
So Michalowski and Duty to the near side.
Magicians from the 10.
Keogh and Cronin to the far side. Percy next to quarterback Josh Robertson. 1st and goal at the 10.
Cronin is uncovered.
Quarterback keeper cuts inside, stays on his feet, gets inside the 5-yard line, and a nice run by the quarterback on the keeper.
Again, the shiftiness of the quarterback on the keeper. This is a design play. Just it's it for the quarterback to keep it. Yeah, I didn't. Cronin wasn't covered on the slot at the top.
Nice block by Percy on the edge. He's still going and he's blocking. So 1st and goal now from the, looks like it's inside the 5.
Just inside, yeah.
Cronin to the outside. He's got a touchdown.
Oh, what's the flag for?
Robertson doesn't look like he's happy.
No,
about
I
it.
don't think Marblehead's pleased at all. Yeah,
Hold?
It's going to be a hold.
On the field is holding against the Magicians.
Did you see a hold?
No. It looked like to me it might have been on the other side.
But it came. The flag came from the middle.
Well, can we take a look again, Steve?
The flag is sitting right there, right by the hash mark on about the 4-yard line.
We're going to redo 2nd down.
Reed!
So 2nd ball from the 13.
Oh, that's not a hold.
2 receivers to the near side. 2nd down and 14. Robertson. Driven into the ground. Not unlike the other team's player was driven into the ground.
Subtle.
Third goal from the 11.
Is this the same player from Norwood here?
I don't know.
Maybe another injury timeout.
The other player was 52.
Tell him to put his goddamn headset on.
So it's 3rd down and goal. The ball is at the 11-yard line. And a player's on the field injured.
We can run Daytona out of this.
The last time it was 52. I getting up now, see if we see his number.
It's a 4 at the end. 64.
Yeah. Third down, goal from the 11. Marblehead by 7. Crucial point in the ball game. 4:45 to go in the football game, or in the 3rd quarter, and a 7-point lead for Marblehead. They had a chance earlier in the 1st half that ended up with the field goal attempt with 4 seconds to go, and they had a 1st and goal in that situation.
And that was at the 10 as well.
Could
Yeah.
not get in. Came away with no points. Here's another opportunity that they don't want to squander. Fourteenth play of the drive. Percy down to the 5. So 4th down and goal from the 5-yard line.
So,
Yes, he's fine. He's fine. Yes.
Looking to the sideline. Play's been called.
I
Three
like
receivers near side.
I like Duty's matchup here.
Slant over the middle.
Just a down and in maybe. Right there. There it was.
There's a play. There's a touchdown. Yes.
Yep, there you go. That one works too. Again, we see Robertson buying time with his feet.
Keogh with his 2nd touchdown of the day.
That's fantastic for him. And a nice job of keeping his feet in bounds, concentrating on the ball. So, Keogh's, you see Keogh at the top of the screen waving for it, and there it is.
Well,
Keeps his feet.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It just kept
His first touchdown was the same sort of thing where
right.
the quarterback Robertson was scrambling, and Keogh saw it and reacted well to it, and then made the catch.
Kept his play, kept moving and got open.
Fine goal puts us through the uprights. It's 21-7.
And I think you said something very important about that. Is the receivers know that Robertson can scramble around. He has that ability to keep plays alive with his feet, and they keep working to get open.
And you lose the confidence that your receivers will have in the quarterback if he takes off and runs all the time.
Yeah.
Robertson does run, but only as a last resort. He's always looking to make the pass play. And
when you
his decision is when to give up on it and not and to hit the road and run.
Especially in high school, we will see that from inexperienced quarterbacks so many times. Their first instinct is to tuck and run.
But great kudos to Shane Keogh, having an outstanding game here in Division 1 round of 16, Division 3 round of 16, excuse me. Yeah, 3:33 on the clock. That was a 15-16 play drive, short kick.
Yeah, they're not going to mess around with long kickoffs again.
Rip it out. Rip it out.
Sure-handed tackle.
Very nice.
Made by Marblehead's number 21, Elliot Plus. So that's an adjustment. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, it worked.
5, 6.
Yep. Here's the. It's a short kick. Stay away from those two speedsters in the back. And Plus with a sure tackle. So I would think that Norwood has to get points on this drive, Chris, if they want to stay in the football game.
That was a 16-play drive by Marblehead. Ended with a 5-yard touchdown pass from Robertson to Keogh.
Overcoming a couple penalties, too.
Yep. Weren't they 3rd and 26 at one point?
They were 3rd and 20. It was that pass to Duty, right on the, right down the middle.
DeCall was the ball carrier, I believe.
Where he adjusted his route.
Gain of 6 on the play. The ball is out to the 36-yard line. They need the 40 for a first down. It's 2nd down. 2 receivers to the near side. This is a different formation. Quarterback sprinting this way. He's a lefty. Fires it back into the turf. Incomplete.
Yeah, there's just not enough room when he started rolling out to his left for with 2 receivers and you've got 7 people in coverage.
3rd down and 4.
Yeah, here he rolls out to the left. I think there was a receiver he had right around the 50-yard line who was free for a minute, but he didn't see him.
Good pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
And, Good reaction on the Marblehead defense. There were at least 3 black jerseys around that intended receiver. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Third quarter. 14-point Marblehead lead now. Handoff comes to the near side, and Mateer.
I think you have to go for it here. If you're Norwood, yeah, not even a thought about a punt.
At the 38-yard line.
And you wonder how much the poor punting from Norwood enters into this decision.
That and the scoreboard.
Yeah,
and
I
the
think
clock.
you have to put points in this drive. You have to get a touchdown here.
They've seen Marblehead score on them. And they know that they got lucky a couple of other times that they didn't score.
Watch Percy in the middle here.
Quarterback.
Yep.
Nice easy pass. They have the first down and run out of bounds.
Very well called. Yeah, very nice play right there. Just get the fullback out in the flat, or the tight end out in the flat, and throw a nice little short, easy pass to him. Marblehead selling out for the run. Yeah, it's the end here.
Justin Sakil.
I think they've had that play in their back pocket for a 4th and 2 all game long.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. 2 receivers to the far side, and a wing, I guess. He's back a little bit. Mateer's boxed in.
Yeah.
Once they catch him, he's not that big of a guy.
He's not.
But it's catching him that's the hard problem.
Well, and the difference is too is you can see the defense has moved up, and they're not worried about the long pass at all. What we talked about. You can key on the run a little bit. They're going to hit you. If they're going to hit you with a pass, they're going to hit you with that a little short, something in the flat. So Marblehead can sell out for the run a little bit more.
Loss of 2 on the play.
And as you talked about, Chris, adjustments too. I mean, Marblehead makes adjustments, and they're obviously the coaching staff is one of the best in the state at doing that.
Wide receivers both sides. Still 2 backs right behind or right next to the quarterback. Steves has the ball, looking back, short drop. Now he comes to this side, lofts it, intended for 44.
That's the tight
Skill.
end again, yeah. Michalowski with the coverage there again. The tight end's not going to run away from Michalowski's just too fast. I just wonder if you look at the size advantage that Norwood has for its 2 receivers, just have them go 10 yards and throw it up and see if you can get a jump ball out of it. They haven't really done that they haven't gone to the wide receivers more than a couple of times, have they?
I don't think so. Number 15 is...
yeah, look at 15 and look at 8.
Ryan Flynn, a senior, good size.
These are big guys. I mean...
3rd down, 12 at the 45-yard line. The Norwood Mustangs trailing it by 14 points, and a good game, but short of the first down.
Yeah, now you go for it again here.
To Call, the ball carrier.
So 4th and about 3 here. That's the end of the quarter, Chris.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Marblehead 21 and Norwood 7. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports and MHTV. 4th quarter coming up next. And welcome back. 4th quarter just about to get underway. John Caswell almost instigated a fight.
We just had a great discussion and none of it got out. I'm telling you, it was the best
I've never been so humiliated.
2 minutes of analysis you're ever going to hear.
I know. 4th down and 3 for the Norwood Mustangs, trailing it by 14 as we start the 4th quarter. They're in Marblehead territory at the 46-yard line. They need to pick up 3 yards to keep the drive alive. It looks like a real strong situation to the left side, the far side as we look at it. Trips over there. Quarterback looking to pass on 4th down. Strutting it out. He did not make it. He stepped out at the 45-yard line. He's going to be 2 yards short.
He did that thing where he stretches out the ball, and from where we are, we can't really see that. But see it. But he was clearly 2 yards short. Yep, here's the roll to the left-hand side, left-handed quarterback.
He needs the 40, 43.
And I see, watch him try and stretch out the ball, which a lot of pro quarterbacks do these days, but he's clearly out of bounds by the time.
So turnover on downs. Marblehead takes over at their own 45-yard line.
You know, we talk about all the time about how unstoppable Marblehead's offense is, but the defense in the last 2 games just been phenomenal.
No doubt about it. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Robertson, play action, fake, looking to pass, goes deep, has a man, and he got it. The defender had his back to the quarterback, didn't know the ball was coming.
What are they? They're talking to each other. It's, oh my. So, I've never seen this not called in favor of the offense. If it's simultaneous possession, geez, who's the flag going to be on, Chris?
Oh, I wonder. So let's see.
I've never seen this. All right, so Duty has it. So, but he's down there, and they both have their hands on the ball. And every time I've seen simultaneous possession, it's been called in favor of the offense. All right, so Duty clearly, that's a catch right there. He goes to make a football move, which he does. Number 11 from Norwood takes the ball. They both have their hands on the ball. Actually, the penalty's on Norwood, so I owe the officials an apology.
Cam Waldman made the interception.
But
no, check it. That was
11.
Casey Sheehan.
I mean, it's a great play, but.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs, and that first play from scrimmage at the 45-yard line. Norwood now has it 1st and 10. And the
Rudloff is so hot right now, and I don't blame him.
And he's telling him to get back on the sideline.
Well, they're right about that, but there's just.
In looking at maybe that replay, maybe the 3rd time that we looked at it, it did look like the defender had a hand on the ball.
But I think Duty still has his hands on the ball too.
3 hands on the ball.
Yeah, and as long as and that's a simultaneous possession, and like I said, I hate to keep repeating myself.
Go that way.
It always goes the way of the offense. So he's got the ball here.
So it's on the 12-yard line now. Is that right? The 14. Joe Steves at quarterback. Hands off tackle. And
there's a mess in there somewhere.
Need somebody for Ned. Ned's helmet came off. Ned's helmet came off.
2 yards.
Fitzgerald has to come to the sideline when his helmet came off. A gain of about 2.
The one thing that they've done here is they've really bottled up Mateer. They've recognized him as the more dangerous of the 2 running backs, and they've really keyed on him the second half.
It's at the 15-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Back in the gun. Steves. Inside. That was DeCall.
Yep.
And right on top of him, making the tackle. Galante. No, it was Michalowski. Michalowski. So 6-yard gain for Sabu Dakal.
How many times have we called Michalowski's name tonight?
A lot. A lot. He's a very important part of this, and other players that don't get as many name recognitions are also very important. Galante has had a terrific season. McElroy's been very good. Fitzgerald, like you mentioned.
Palmer's been terrific, too.
Yep. And enough for the first down across the 25-yard line.
Those 3-yard chunks are really going to do it for you, though, aren't they?
Yep. So Budakal, the ball carrier, gets it to the 26-yard line, a 1st and 10. Clock rolling, 10:05. That's the most important number right now on the scoreboard for Norwood because they're running out of time.
And there doesn't seem to be a lot of urgency.
And like you said, they're not going to. It doesn't seem like the type of team. They haven't shown it so far that's going to be with the long pass. But now they're going to go out of the pocket. Steves now fires it short. Complete? Yes. Caught by number 1, was it?
No, number 8.
Number 8. Well, I'm close. Igor
Reese, yeah. Second time we've called his name tonight, but
pickup of close to the first down. It's less than a yard. 2nd down and less than a yard. Half the length of the ball. The ball is at the 35-yard line. So it is a first down. They just moved the chains.
it's the second time in a row the
Left guard.
no, the shotgun snap was right at the quarterback's knees and it came out like a cannon.
Looked like the left guard was a little bit quick. Picks up 2
Yeah.
at the 37-yard line. The 38-yard line, excuse me. 3 receivers to the far side, clock rolling. 4th quarter, 14-point Marblehead lead. Joe Steves has the ball, hands off to DeCall. DeCall tries to get through the middle, picks up about 4 or 5. Up to the 44-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. Sabad to call. 3rd down and about 2. Motion. They slow him down and stop him, but it'll be a good loss. Maybe a yard and a half.
Yeah, McElroy really kind of got in there. He was the first person in the backfield and blew up the play. Shook off with maybe a block to the side, a block on the back. He didn't make the tackle, but he made the runner adjust his route.
Yeah, right there.
And then Cronin again. Cronin's made a ton of tackles tonight, too.
4th down and 2. Clock moving, 7:24 in the game, and Norwood trails it by 14. They've got to go. 4th and 2 from the 44-yard line. Handoff inside, stacked up and dropped.
Even if they give him the 45, that's going to be a first down from our. Oh, no, there's no way. Oh, he was short, Chris.
He was short.
That's not even.
They've got to get to almost.
He's going to get 46. Yeah.
46.
Where are they spotting it? Oh, it's right on the 45.
Right on the 45.
Oh, he's short. Why are you even going to measure this? Oh, come on, guys. I hope you couldn't hear that.
I kind of hope they did.
He's not wrong, though, is he?
No, it's been an inconsistent game for the officiating crew this evening.
Well, you want to have your best officiating crews here for the playoffs. So he's half a yard short, Chris.
Yeah. More than the length of the football.
And that was a generous mark, too.
It was.
Yeah, it's not even.
So turnover on downs.
I mean, they hit him behind the backfield. All right, excuse me, they hit him behind the line of scrimmage.
So at the 45-yard line, Marblehead takes over. They've got 7:11 on the clock. Duty goes to the far side with Michalowski. Keogh's to the near side. Two backs next to Robertson. Robertson gives it straight ahead to Cronin. Cronin gets about 3. Use up as much clock as they can here, or strike quickly. Which would you prefer?
Bring the clock down to 30 seconds and then score a
strike
touchdown
quickly.
to make it 20, and then strike quickly.
Run the clock and then strike quickly. A gain of 2 by Cronin. It's at the 42-yard line. Robertson gives it, no. Faked it to Percy and then gives it to Cronin. What a move by Cronin. Got by DeCall.
Nice job of adjusting to the pitch, too.
Yes.
And they do this, they do the option, they run the option like 2 or 3 times a game, just enough to show it.
Yeah, he had it on the fingertips.
And that'll be a first down.
Infraction
Yep.
and a first down
There you
coming.
go. It might be on Marblehead, hold on.
Gordon.
I'm sorry.
And they step it off to the 32-yard line.
And that'll take another 2 minutes off the clock. Thank you very much.
And a first down, clock rolling.
Take it down to the Norwood 32. First and 10 Magicians.
Marblehead wants to take up 30 seconds on each possession. At least run it right down to, don't go into hurry up. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. It's kind of a problem for this offense.
I know. Could get them out of their
Really
rhythm.
a 3 and 4 yards at a time offense.
Percy and Cronin with Robertson. Cronin gets the ball. It's got a penalty markers down.
So,
Well, there was a penalty against Norwood, so that's.
yeah, so now there's got to be 3 on Marblehead, right?
I don't know. We're getting to be those kind of guys.
We are. Call it both ways, guys.
Holding.
Yep,
Marblehead.
holding on Marblehead.
Hold against the Magicians.
Where's the hold here?
They called it on Percy just to level the playing field.
Percy didn't touch
I
anybody.
know. So it's back to the 35-yard. No, where is it now? Now you're stepping it off. It's inside the Marblehead 5. No,
I was just thinking.
it's at the 42-yard line. So a 10-yard penalty. Called that basically at the line of scrimmage.
And the good news is the clock continues to run, though.
First and 20 at the 42.
Oh,
Pitch
little
back.
flea flicker.
Robertson's going to keep it and run. Stays on his feet, gets across the line of scrimmage, and then he's brought down and takes a couple of hits.
So I think that the play was designed to go to Michalowski, but the cornerback didn't bite on the flea flicker. And Robertson wisely, you see Michalowski at the top of the formation. I think that's where the ball was supposed to go.
On a post.
Yep, and he's not open, so Robertson wisely. And that's when you pull it down right away and you take off, when you recognize that the play you've called isn't going to be there. And stay in bounds. Keep the clock moving. We're almost under 4.5 here.
Gain of 4 yards on the play, though.
That's okay. And we've got a complete change of the formation.
Call timeout. Yell it.
That's all right.
Marblehead takes a timeout with
Timeout,
4:20 to go.
The last thing you want to do here is turn the ball over because everybody's not on the same, everybody's not on the same page. But you feel pretty good right now. 4:20 left, 2-score lead with the ball. This is not a 16 seed, Chris.
No.
This is a tough football team. I mean, they're kind of one-dimensional as we thought they would be, and That's probably been their downfall this year. That's why they're not the champion of their league. But this has been a tough ball game for Marblehead.
4:20 to go with a 14-point lead, 21-7. The winner of this game will take on the winner of the Masco. Masco's the 8th seed.
Yeah, Masco and
And
Walpole.
Walpole,
Yeah,
the
here's
ninth,
you're up again. And I want to correct something I said last week. The semifinal games, I guess those are apparently going to be neutral site games. I said somebody's going to have to come up here and beat Marblehead. I was corrected. I was wrong. So if Marblehead gets to the semifinal, should they win next week, there would be a neutral site game.
Yep. So the first two, if Marblehead wins this game, the next game will be at Marblehead.
The next game would be a Marblehead, and then you go to neutral sites, and then the game after that
would be their last home game of the season, even if they win it out.
Right. It'd be interesting to see what the score of that, because Marblehead, the Walpole Masco game is, because Masco had a fairly, I think they had a 2-touchdown lead on Marblehead.
They did, yes.
And Walpole's from the Bay State Conference, which is one of the best conferences in the state.
It ended up being 33-21, a Marblehead victory against Masco. But Masconomet did have the lead. Look, didn't want to throw it to Cronin. He was doing the fake, but off the edge comes.
Yeah, and that number 19 again.
Yeah.
He's been everywhere. Yeah, he blitzes from the edge, as you said.
All the way back to the 47-yard line, almost the 48, the 47.
Interesting play call here, because, Marblehead has picked up a 3rd and long from somewhere around this distance, but you don't want to stop the clock.
Yes. But you don't want to give them the ball either, so I would definitely go for it. 3rd down, 24. Percy comes in motion. Robertson going to keep it up the middle, pick up a big chunk, takes a hard hit and is spread out on the ground.
Oh, he got chucked.
Slow to get up, but he's getting up.
That was a good hard hit. Was this designed?
I believe so.
Okay, so it's a safe play. Norwood calling timeout.
Timeout taken by Norwood. 4th down at the 35-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 12.
So, Chris, we have a score from
the Masconomet.
Yeah, 28-21.
Masconomet won?
They beat Walpole.
Wow. So if things hold the way they are here over the next 3.5 minutes almost, it would be a rematch again of.
It would be.
The 3rd time this year, or the 4th time this year, Marblehead has played Masco. They played them twice in the fall.
Oh, okay. Oh, during the calendar year. Okay.
Twice in the spring. They played them once already this year, and this will be the 4th time in this calendar year.
You wonder how far that last year's, absent COVID, you wonder how far that team could have gone.
Yeah,
they really missed an opportunity to
as did so many others, but
I know
because we watch it and this is what's in front of us. But yeah, it really was. I was just happy that they didn't say the heck with the season. We'll start again in the fall. They did do a spring. Well, they called it fall 2.
Right. Fall 2 in the spring.
I kind of like the fact that the weather was getting warmer as the season went on.
Exactly.
So it's 4th down and 12. Keogh to the near side. Robertson on a quick kick. Taking it about the 16-yard line. Got to get him quickly.
Yeah.
He 1, 2, 3, 4 players from Marblehead had a chance at him. A couple of those guys had their hands on him. Was it 24?
24, yeah.
Yes, he made a good play. Matthew Mahoney.
He caught it, and the return game is the one area where Marblehead has excelled, and they were ready for that quick kick.
Have we seen a quick kick from Marblehead? I haven't seen a quick kick from Marblehead this year.
We haven't seen a drop kick in a while.
Flutie.
So that was the last one, too.
The one before that was, I think, Otto Graham.
I think it was the one in the longest yard.
It was Jim Thorpe, I think.
Otto Graham.
Oh, I'm a Clevelander.
You are.
You didn't say Milt Plum. Yes, intercepted Galante, I believe. Is it?
Nope, Michalowski.
Michalowski. Last year I was doing it the other way around. I was crediting Michalowski when Galante was doing it. This time it's Michalowski, and as you said, he's been all over the. Both of them have played very well.
So here's the, and this is why they don't throw long passes. Quarterback's flushed, going to the left, which is his throwing hand, gets rid of it, it's a duck.
Yeah, a real.
And Michalowski's in perfect position with perfect coverage.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line. 49-yard line, excuse me. 3:05. Running game. Pickup of about 2. 2 hands on the ball for Connor Cronin. Pickup of 3 yards.
As you mentioned, 2 hands on the ball. The only thing you can't have right here is a turnover.
It looks like a gain of 2 to me, really. It's at the 40, just on the 49-yard line from the 49. So
I'm not going to argue with you. If you want to give him 2, give him 2.
I'm going to go get Lavender after the game, and we're going to have a talk.
Why? What did Lavender say?
He said it was 4th. He said it was a 3-yard gain.
I don't know.
You know, what does he know? He's a PA announcer.
He doesn't have your trained eye.
Doesn't have my thick glasses either. Pickup of 1. Ball carrier, was that Cronin again?
Yeah, it was. And Marblehead, Norwood calls timeout.
That might be their final
I think
timeout.
it should, because didn't they take one in the 3rd quarter?
I believe so.
So, yeah, there's not much going on with that play. So Masco, not be an easy game.
It'll be at home.
It'll be at home.
That's the advantage.
Yep. You've got the.
You got a team you know very well.
You've got a team that these kids have played against since they were in the 3rd and 4th grade. So probably not a lot of surprises. They have the 2 brothers there that are whose names I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing next week. Solid team, big team. Masco always comes with a lot of size.
Nad Warney or something like that?
It's Nad Warney. That very well done, sir.
Wow. So 3rd down, and that was in fact the final timeout of the game for Norwood.
Did you do the fire engine thing? Okay, we're
No,
out. Yeah.
he did. Yeah, and then he did that.
I bet you missed that 5 timeout era.
Oh, yeah.
That was such a.
Percy wants a 1st down. He may get it.
He's about a yard short.
Yeah.
But you were right, Chris. He was pretty close. Had limited carries tonight for him, probably because of that ankle. But
another quick kick, possibly 4th down and 1. 1:52 to go in the ball game.
No, I think you're going to just try
to get the 1st down, and then you can just run out the clock.
Then you can kneel down and send these folks back home on 128. That must have been a fun ride.
Oof.
Coming up here at 7 o'clock on a Friday. Marblehead's going to call timeout.
Used up a lot of clock and then took the time.
Yep, 1:32 left. And if you're right, Chris, if they get the 1st down here, we're in kneel down territory.
I think it's they expect Cronin to get it. I'd give it to Percy. I like it.
Just because he's like a wrecking ball?
I just love the way he runs. I like Cronin.
Cronin
is an exceptional running back as well, and has had a lot more yardage and more touchdowns and all that stuff. But
and the good thing is
Percy's a bit of a throwback.
Oh, he's just a bruiser. But the good thing is they seem to they complement each other in a lot of ways, and in order to have a good team, you have to have 2 players like that who are willing to just they're going to get if they each get 15 carries. And they can live with that, and they seem to be able to do that. It's so much better than just sort of having a rivalry with each other.
And they last throughout the season.
And they do. They're much more durable. And Cronin's been incredibly durable. I mean, he's played defense. Played almost every defensive snap. He's a reliable receiver. Look how many tackles he's made tonight on defense. I mean, we've been calling him and Michalowski almost
Something we've got to start thinking about. We're
The
inside
player of the game.
down a minute and 32 to go. We're going to have to start thinking about the player of the game.
We've got some options.
We do. Robertson. Going to keep it. He's going to run. Puts his head down and does not make it. Push back.
So Norwood remains alive, at least theoretically.
So the Mustangs will take over at the line of scrimmage where it was before. So it would be the 42-yard line. But a minute and 27 on the clock as they reset the chains. They should start up the clock. Gonna wait for the snap to start it. Joe Steves has his work cut out for him. He's in the pocket, looking to throw. Fires across the middle, incomplete. Pass intended for number 15, Ryan Flynn.
Maybe that's why they don't throw to the big guys. Maybe the coaching staff knows more than we do.
Maybe so. I mean, almost invariably so. A minute 21, ball is at the 42-yard line, a 21-7 lead. Looks like Norwood would have to pull off a miracle here to get back into the game. Good protection. Pass to the sideline, out of bounds, incomplete.
Oh, caught it though.
Nice.
He was out of bounds. It was a nice catch.
Matthew Mahoney made the catch. The only bad part about it is it stops the clock. A minute 17. At the 42, third down 10. So if this, when Marblehead takes over the football, if they do get a chance to have the ball again, it would be kneel down time, depending, of course, if scores. Rolling left, under pressure. Steves doesn't get past the line of scrimmage and gets run out of bounds. I'm afraid they're going to throw another 15-yard penalty over there.
Yeah, that's the thing you worry about, because but Anisi did a nice job of just kind of escorting him out of bounds.
Play took 12 seconds.
He's had a nice game tonight too.
Who?
Anisi.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, I think, does he cross the line? Because once he crosses the line, he can't go back and throw it. I got to tell you, Norwood goes farther back for their huddle than any team I've ever seen, any high school team I've ever seen. They're like 10, 12 yards back.
It costs seconds. Ball's on the ground. Steves picks it up, rolls left, now under pressure, 4 guys around him. Throws it, complete. Oh, incomplete. In his hands and dropped it.
How did he get the pass off?
I don't know. Determination.
I guess so.
Pass was intended.
I mean, it wasn't a great throw, but it should have been caught.
Intended for Mahoney. So Marblehead takes over after the incompletion. Give Norwood a lot of credit.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Good, talented team, and like Jim Rudloff said before the game, the coach of the Marblehead Magicians, this is not a 16 seed.
It's a tough team.
He said they're tough, they're big, they're strong, they've got a lot of strong points and a lot of talented players. So this will be kneel down time, and Norwood has used all their timeouts. They cannot stop the clock.
And we're under a minute. Start to think about the player of the game?
Yes, I'd like to think about the player of the game.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
I've got 2 in my mind.
All right. So we'll wait till we get there. And they're calling it now, and they're letting the clock run. It's under 30 seconds, so they'll let the clock run out. And as the clock winds down, no more scoring possible. 21-7, Marblehead wins it. It was a close contest in the beginning. Marblehead scored on his first possession when they got the football, and it was a tough, hard-fought game. Marblehead just had a little too much offense.
Big plays,
Norwood.
yeah, big plays, and the defense too. The only score they gave up was after that long. Marblehead gave up was after that long kickoff return to the 3-yard line. Other than that, you know, you can say what you want about Norwood's one-dimensional offense, but you have to stop it. And they have a very good running game. Those two running backs were terrific. They made some good halftime adjustments. And were able to shut down the running game much more effectively. And when Norwood became a one-dimensional team with a passing attack, then Marblehead was just ready for that.
So now it's time for the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Tonight's Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game is number 14, Shane Kehoe, and a couple of touchdowns. He just had an outstanding game tonight.
Good for him. Junior,
yep. So congratulations, Shane, from the Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner in bringing you the Player of the Game Award, and we'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports and MHTV. And thanks to our MHTV sports crew for helping with coverage of tonight's game. Director and streaming coordinator, Steve Clay. Camera, John Caswell. Production assistant, Jess Burton. My partner, Gordon Vincent. Once again, the final score, Marblehead 21, Norwood 7. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for watching.